Welcome back to another video with straight edit content brought to you by Flash Custom Transfers, brought to you by the Kiwi Suite, brought to you by Flash Printing Depot. It has been a very long time, guys, since you guys have seen me, Carl, create a video pertaining to Flash Custom Transfers or anything really related to DTF, especially here on the Straight Edit Content channel. So for all the Flash fam out there, we truly appreciate you guys for staying with us. We're still getting orders. We got a print tonight. Again, we were actually printing a bunch of orders last night. We had major random rolling blackouts last night, so we apologize for that. But yeah, we have been grinding on a massive level for the last year. Yeah, for the last year for sure. You guys have seen us go to Printing United. You guys have seen us go to LA to our warehouse for our manufacturing of consumables and stuff like that. As we've really transitioned into consumables as far as film, ink, powder, parts and stuff like that. You've seen us in Santa Ana, California. Shout out to Tisha. You've seen us, well, hopefully you've seen us everywhere because we've tried to film and document everything. You've seen a lot of content with our great friends, Michael and Karina over at Houston DTF Transfers. Check them out. Go to all the social media. Michael and Karina are very close friends of ours. Shout out to Chris at South Mid Supply. Shout out to Gary and Rom and Cutworks AMCAD. Shout out to everybody that we've worked with. Shout out to Ian over there at Text Pro. We've just been going crazy. And I had to redo the website. So I had to redo Flash Custom Transfers. But before I did that, I had to build this right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my thumbnail because today's video is going to be about images that you may think are print ready or that you may think are not print ready and they're actually are print ready. So there's been so many new things when it comes to gang sheet builders and all this other stuff. And I've come to kind of re-educate everybody. I've come to let everybody know that one, Kiwi Suite is 100% built into Flash Custom Transfers. So now, and so will Flash Printing Depot. Flash Printing Depot, we're just working on that. The integration, yes. The Kiwi Suite is now fully integrated into Flash Custom Transfers. Whenever you come to Flash Custom Transfers and you want to build a gang sheet, it's still free 100%. And the difference is between building a gang sheet with Flash Custom Transfers and the Kiwi Suite versus any other gang sheet builder out there is the one that's on the website is very similar to any other gang sheet builder out there as far as keeping your gang sheet. Let me explain. If you go to build a gang sheet somewhere else on somebody else's platform right now, you, like right here, as you can see on the screen, have an add to cart button. You don't have the ability to keep your gang sheet, but this service is free. If you want full access to be able to keep your gang sheet, to be able to use this offline, like right now, if I turn off my Wi-Fi, which I can, I can turn off my Wi-Fi, right? So I'm still recording this video because I don't need Wi-Fi to record this video, but my Wi-Fi is off. I can still come in here and I can do whatever I want. I can add this image. Sorry about that. So if you're trying to record and you're using continuity camera with your iPhone and your iMac, which is what I'm doing right now, when I turned off the Wi-Fi, it turned off my camera. That's how you guys saw me just disappear. You could probably still hear me, but you probably just saw me disappear. And again, I'm battling a cold, so I'm finally getting over it. But yeah, but offline, the Kiwi Suite works, right? It's not, once you download the PWA, which is what you're looking at right here, that's why it's not connected to a browser. Yes, there is a browser version of the Kiwi Suite, and we recommend that everybody grab that. Once you get the service, which is available right here at the Kiwi Suite, boom, come right here, grab it. Now for me, I'm logged in, so I just launched the app. And if I launch the app, it's gonna open right here in the browser. But here you'll have the ability, as you can see right here, I have a little icon on your computer. We advise that you use Chrome. You'll have a download button right here and you can download this PWA and then it'll pop up like a little icon right here. And this also works for Windows and Mac. So this right here is the PWA app. Again, that is not required to work online. Whereas this version right here, which again, if you buy it right now, you will get access to both. You're gonna have access to unlimited, different sizes, If you print on a 13-inch printer, or if you print all the way on the brand new 64-inch, you can come in here and change all the different sizes to whatever you need it to be. So again, and you also have that here is available too in your on your PWA version, just in case maybe you're on the move, or maybe you just are just a business that just makes gang sheets for people. You don't need internet to build gang sheets with the Kiwi Suite. So again, it's a beautiful service, 100% developed in-house by us, by me personally, 100%, no outside people involved, no third parties or anything and stuff like that. My team is myself, and I have a few close friends in the business. But yeah, this is the Kiwi Suite. And again, right now, we actually have a promo code, and I'll put the promo code in the description for all of our Flash Custom Transfers people. I'm actually forgetting the code right now that I think about it, but it should be here on the website. It's definitely, we plan to launch it. So if you come in here, if you are a Flash member, or if you want to be a Flash member, you can use the promo code and you can get the Kiwi Suite for just $10 a month. Just $10 a month, you can get it. And we have a lot of people using it. Universities get it for free, 100%. So if you're a university, please reach out and you can get the Kiwi Suite for free. So we're going to go back over here because this is primarily what the video is about. I have a question for you guys. I'm going to click these 3 images because these 3 right here, 1, 2, 3. These are the original images that I want to make this video about. And then I'll show you guys also in Adobe Illustrator, because this right here is a major software that a lot of people don't have. And if you can see right here, this is a little bit more dull than these, and that's because of Kiwi Sharpen. So a feature in an algorithm that I own. Remember also too, that the Kiwi Suite is patent pending. And it's patent pending for a reason, because of the algorithms and the math that goes behind the scenes of a lot of these apps that I've built, especially the auto build feature as well, where you can just type in, put in your graphics, and it builds a gang sheet for you. So there's just a lot of nuances to stuff like this versus other gang sheet builders that are built, like with software like Claude and stuff like that. That's not true software. It's more like a toy or like TikTok software. Whereas the Kiwi Suite, the IP is covered, and it's thought of because we print, and we also are in this business, we've been in this business for a very long time, that this right here is a tried and true full-blown software. We also, something also that I'm working on too is, which is still in beta, which is Kiwi stickers. So you guys can see right here, you will soon be able to, I think I might be able to do a little bit of it here. You will soon be able to do your stickers as well. Okay, so that's coming soon. Let's add the first let's add the first image. So the first image actually I picked up from here, right? So I came in here and I was like, okay, the Knicks game 2 is tonight. Shout out to Knicks. I'm from New York. And I'm like, I really want to show what Kiwi can do. So this right here, if you look at this image, and again, I'm not selling this or anything. I'm just doing this for educational purposes. This image right here shows 250 by 203 pixels, right? This looks like a very tiny image. I have it right here. So we're gonna go in here, and it's this logo right here. As you guys can see, it is an SVG, 100%, it's an SVG. But look at the DPI, it's 31 DPI. Your eye, especially if you don't have this, if you don't have Adobe Illustrator, even with the Kiwi Suite, there's a reason why you need software like this for cut lines and all types of other stuff. But there's a reason why, if you're gonna be in this business of DTF, why you need professional software, not Photoshop, why you need Adobe Illustrator. All people use it. I don't care if sign companies, all the big companies, they all use this, because this is going to be your true barometer for checking software. I don't care if it's Kittles, Canva, doesn't matter. Whatever software is out there, even the Kiwi Suite, which I'm building the features of Adobe Illustrator into the Kiwi Suite so that you don't have to separate. But even myself as a software designer and as the person behind all of these pieces of software, I still recommend having Adobe Illustrator so that you can see the true image, the true size and everything. No other software can do it. okay? We do have Affinity, and Affinity is free. Affinity can do it. I'm just not well versed in Affinity, but Affinity can do 99% of the things that Adobe Illustrator can do. So if you want the free version, we do associate the Kiwi Suite with Affinity. But like I said, we all know that an SVG PDF or a file that looks like this, which is a true vector, can be sized to anything. This is 3.4 inches, but because it's already vectored, and you could tell it's vectored because of the blue lines, versus this one, this is the PNG, this is a PNG, it's not vectored. So if you come here, and I have these images, let me go back to my OBS. You come here and then you add, and I've already done this, so we'll kind of speed up the process. I've sharpened this image. So I've clicked this, and then I've hit Kiwi Sharpen, and then this will pop up and it'll sharpen the image. When it did that, it created this image. Now, you guys can see the color. Well, we'll zoom in a little bit. You guys should be able to see the color difference. You should be able to see. This one is brighter than this one. And that's because in the algorithm of Kiwi Sharpen, I have the ability, and I invented the ability to take any image, because we all print in CMYK, and make it as close to ORGB as possible. Because right now, ORGB is a new print. So basically, if you print this Knicks logo, it's gonna look like this in CMYK. If you print this Knicks logo in ORGB, it's gonna look like this. Well, I did that with software. So if you use Sharpen in the Kiwi Suite, all of your images are going to be more vibrant and closer to ORGB. This isn't because of my screen or anything, what you guys are looking at. This is literally because each pixel is changed to be closer to ORGB. So when you print on your CMYK DTF printer, you really don't need, it's almost like, it's like creating boost with electricity or creating boost with a turbo, like with a piece of, equipment or a supercharger. Like you could do both, right? They have cars that are now hybrid, so they're battery, electric, and gasoline injected, GDI engines or whatever, or ICE engines. And you can push a button and that electric motor will give you just as much torque and speed as a traditional turbine, turbo would or supercharger, right? So the same thing applies to the Kiwi Sharpen or Kiwi Sharpen. That's what it can do. So a lot of people don't know that, but we will continue to do videos to educate people on that. So any image that you run through Kiwi Sharpen automatically does that. And then when you print, so if I were to print these, they would look different. This one would print normal CMYK. This one's going to print closer to ORGB. That's just how that works. So we're gonna back out. Now again, this, because it was sharpened, it's going to naturally do two things. Well, a few things. Let's just not just limit them to two. One, it's going to make it closer to ORGB, its true color of what the Knicks logo or whatever logo that you're using should look like. So Pepsi blue or Coca-Cola red, stuff like that, continue on. You can go on from there. Two, it raises its resolution. Primarily, Sharpen focuses on lines, focuses on making straight lines from pixelated lines. Now again, this is an SVG, and it's a true SVG, and we know that because a file can end in .png, but it not really be a true, a file can end in .svg, but it not really be a true SVG. We all know that because you can go to Canva, put in a JPEG, and export it as an SVG, but nothing happened to the actual file. So you're able to check this if you have Adobe Illustrator, which is gonna show you, hey, look at the blue lines here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Look at the blue line, see? This means it's a true vector. You can come in here, you can change each color, you can ungroup it and then change the colors. I could change the ball to red if I wanted to. You can do a bunch of stuff. You can go to Canva right now and you can put in any image that you want, doesn't matter, and download it as an SVG. It doesn't turn it into this. It doesn't actually vector it. Now in here, you can come in here, you can hit image trace and vector it yourself, so on and so forth, but that's a totally different subject for another day. So we're just gonna zoom out here. So I just want to let you guys know that. And also, I'll go over all the different pieces of what you're actually seeing, because this is very important and not a lot of people are educating on this when it comes to printing for DTF and printing for signs. And I'll teach you guys about that too, because there's totally difference. And it also comes to misconception. So right now we have something that shows 31 DPI. And in the world of DTF, everyone's like, oh my God, I have to print a 300 DPI. I have to print a 300 DPI. That's just, we're 6 years in. That's just not always true. Yes, you want to be as high as DPI as possible, but I'm going to show you right here in this situation to where this 31 DPI image is going to print better than anything I put on this gang sheet because it's vectored. I don't care how high this number is. This one's going to print the best. It's vectored. And here I can scale it because it's a true vector, okay? So we're gonna add one more image. So before all of this, so I can speed this up, I took this image, which we already sharpened, which makes the lines sharp. And I'll show you guys here in Adobe Illustrator once I zoom in. I took this image and I ran it through our enhance. So I took that image, we'll go here, we'll grab the enhanced version, 4X. I ran it through the 4X enhancer, boom. So I'll show you guys what it looks like whenever you take this image and you hit enhance. You're gonna get these options right here. When you hit 4X, it's where you hit this mode and then you hit 4X, that's its job. Raise the size of the image and the resolution. So now we have 3 different versions. Look at the DPI of this one. 500 DPI. So you will say, well, this one says 500 DPI, so it must be the best image. But no, not under any circumstance. Yes, it looks the best as far as color. Like you guys can see right here on the screen, because I'm looking at the screen you're looking at. The color here is beautiful. It's amazing, it's perfect. But let me show you what it truly looks like. And you would never be able to tell, I don't care what software you're using to build a gang sheet, you're not gonna be able to tell this unless you have Adobe Illustrator. So let's go ahead and bring over Adobe Illustrator. And I will also show you the different sizes of how these come into Adobe Illustrator. So let me just give you guys, this little preview. Okay, so now here we go. We got the images right here. You guys can see. You can see the color difference. These are a little bit more vibrant than this one, but this one is the 31 DPI image. I can scale this thing to 30 inches. I'm in inches right now. I can scale it to 30 inches. I'm still going to get perfect lines. It doesn't matter how big I scale this, I'm going to get perfect lines every time because it's a true vectored image. So this image could be used for DTF. This image could be used for stickers. This image could be used for signs. I can do whatever I want with this image. The other ones, although ran through Sharpen, which is an amazing, let me get out of this, which is an awesome tool, this video is to teach you guys to not judge, because of all gang sheet builder softwares have like this DPI count or whatever. And my goal is to educate you on the process of printing and how to get the best quality there is through software. Because there's so many misconceptions. Oh, it's this, oh, it says this, and you guys just run with it. But nobody's actually ever sat down to be like, no, that doesn't make any sense, or no, that's not how that works. So I'm here to do that. So this one, this is the middle one. This is the 125 DPI, okay? So we're gonna zoom in, look at the lines. Because for Sharpen, and I'll show you guys an example of how Sharpen can take something that's pixelated and make it super sharp. But if the image is already super sharp, which you wouldn't know, you and everybody else out there would take this perfectly, if you don't, especially if you're not using Adobe Illustrator, you guys would take this perfectly good image, run it through some vectorized software somewhere, and actually distort the original image. And it was perfect from the get-go. That's why all these pieces of software are vital. They're vital to what you're doing in this business. So, and I just want to show you, so that's the 125 DPI. Remember, this one over here is 31 DPI. See what I'm saying? It doesn't have anything to do, in most cases, or in all, no, I'm not gonna even say in most cases. In some cases, it doesn't have anything to do with DPI. So don't keep getting caught up in, oh, DPI, oh, it's not 3. No, it has to do with the actual image of how it looks in real software. It'll tell you, no, in Adobe Illustrator, you're going to get exactly how it's supposed to look. So even here, this is the one that was sharpened and enhanced. And you can see the lines. You can see the difference between the sharpness here and the sharpness here. Now, again, this is kind of reverse. This is kind of advanced what I'm showing you guys. I want to continue to make videos because the software, if this was the original image, the pixelated one, and I'll do a dedicated video. Leave a comment down below if you guys want to see me take pixelated images and put them into Kiwi Sharpen and show you guys what it looks like after, because I'm gonna do that for signs. I have a whole video dedicated to signs and how big these images come in, which I'll show you here. So if I were to pull in one of these images right here, I'll do this again. Let's exit out of it because it's not gonna allow me to pull it in let's not save that. So for signage, I'm gonna do a dedicated video, but let me just show you guys. We're gonna open a file, let's just open the regular Kiwi Sharpen. Right? When we open this, it's 13 inches because it's supposed to be. This image here, even though it's not perfect because it was trying to sharpen an already vectored image, it's still large. So even whenever I bring it in here, it's a big image because, and I'll try to show you guys one more example because I just did it here. Let me see, sharpen, enhanced, the FIFA sharpened. Is this it right here? This one right here might be it. Let me see, what size are we at? This right here was for a sign that I just helped out. Look how clean these lines are. This is 68 inches. So I just did this using Kiwi Sharpen for our friends over at Houston DTF Transfers, because they reached out to me and they were like, hey, can Kiwi sharpen a little image, and I'll show you guys the original image. I think I have it. No, that's not it. It's very small. They received this very small image from a customer and then were asked to make a sign out of it. I'm not sure if I have the original. Let me see. Oh, yes, okay, I do have the original. I think this is the original. No, this one's even 20 inches. This one's not the original. But as you guys can see, look at the pixels. You can see the pixels. Right, let me move myself so you guys can see I'm zoomed in 150%. You can see the right? This is just at 20 inches, right? I'm zoomed in 206 at 20 inches. This is a 20-inch image. I'm zoomed in 206%. You can see the pixels. Now let's go to the Kiwi Sharpened version. All right, we're gonna zoom in to 206%, 206. I'm at 68 inches. This is triple the size. Now you're gonna look how close I am. I'm 209% in, and the image is 3 times the size, and I'm just now starting to see pixels. Versus here, look at this. This is zoomed in 206% on a 20-inch image. So if I were to scale this image down to 20 inches, it would be crystal clear. That's the power of what Kiwi can do. And this isn't even the original image. The original image was only like 3 inches. It was a very, very, I don't even think this is transparent. Yeah, it is. This is not the original image. I'll have to try to find it in another video. But as you guys can see, look how clear that is. So when you print this on a banner, which they were doing like a 40-something inch banner. When you print this on a banner, it's gonna be crystal clear. So that's what Kiwi Sharpen and the algorithm behind it can do outside of Adobe Illustrator. But again, you wouldn't know any of this if you weren't using Adobe Illustrator to actually see the work. And the beautiful thing is, a lot of people say, well, I can vector that image, right? Well, there's 2 versions of vector. There's coming in here and doing image trace, which I will show you right here. If you click image trace, it's gonna distort the image. Now, you can have a true vector where somebody comes in and redraws the entire thing and then all the lines are sharp. So if I come in here, I hit image trace and I hit high fidelity photo, watch the wiggly lines on the words. You're gonna see the words, you're gonna see them distort. Now, it will now have blue lines on it and you can, change anything that you want. It will be a vectored image, but the quality is not going to be there. It's going to see right there, boom. So I'm gonna hit expand so we can see all the blue lines, boom. Now, right, any inch of this image I can now touch. It is truly vectored, but look at the quality. It distorted it. So yeah, if I zoom in, I'm not gonna get any pixels. Of course not. I'm zoomed in 400%. I'm not gonna get any pixels, but it distorted the image. Look at this, right? But Kiwi Sharpen doesn't. Kiwi Sharpen doesn't. And it enhances the colors to closer to ORGB. That's the power of Kiwi. That's just one example of Kiwi. Just one example of what I spent hours developing in Kiwi. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and a whole year developing in this software right here. And that's just one tool. But again, it applies to many things. There's no other software out there where you can take a low quality image, a very small, And when you're exporting it, it come into Adobe Illustrator big enough to print on a sign and keep its resolution in sharp lines as it scales it up. It just doesn't exist. So this image right here, if you scale it down to 10 or 12 for a t-shirt, it's easy. It's no problem. And it automatically does that because this software right here is for DTF. So Kiwi knows if you use Kiwi Sharpen here, it's going to enhance your image for DTF. But when you export it, and you'll have the ability to export in SVG, PNG, or PDF, when you export it, you can then pull it into Adobe Illustrator to check it. And here it comes in a lot larger because it understands that, hey, if I give you a 68-inch image and you are using it for DTF, fine, perfect. Scale it down, you'll have a perfectly clear image. Nothing's perfect, but you have an amazingly clear image. If you're using it for a sign, a 68-inch wide sign is huge. I mean, unless you're printing like a 500-foot sign, that's different. But again, this covers most, like 90% of sign making for people out there who want to create signs, and then also DTF, and then also stickers as well, if you wanted to take this image and make some stickers. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that because there's so many things in Kiwi that I've built that it's going to take me, infinite time to kind of show you everything. But I just want to let you guys know that just because an image is DPI, and again, I can scale this to whatever I want. Look, it says 10 DPI, but we know that this image is actually a real vector. So it's going to print way better than these. You might not be able to see it on the screen, right? But you can see a little bit right there. There are pixels. See, there's pixels here. There will never be a pixel here. It can't, it's an SVG. But the DPI, somebody would get on here or get whatever software that they're using and say, oh, 10 DPI. So I just want to let people know this number right here does not always apply to images in the sense that if the core image itself is a certain file, especially a true vector, like we know, like this, let's see, this one's a true vector, then we can skip past this DPI. So again, this is very advanced stuff when it comes to printing DTF. And this is actually the stuff that we deal with on the back end with our customers, because they'll just send us an image and just be like, well, it's 300 DPI, it should print well. No, that doesn't mean it automatically. Or in this case, it's 10 DPI. It doesn't print, well, yeah, but you sent me an SVG. So actually the DPI, you could send it to me and say, hey, the DPI is low. Can you raise the resolution? Well, I'm going to pull your image into, either way, if I pull it into here, I'm going to see SVG and be like, you gave me an SVG. Let me go see if it's truly a vector file. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to zoom out because I'm going to try to load it in, and I'm going to click your image. And if I see this, I'm going to go, oh, you sent me a vector. So yeah, there's nothing that you need to do. This image is already ready to go. You see what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of what Kiwi can do. Leave a comment down below if you guys want to see me do some other things with Kiwi. We have the cool stuff like with the halftone. This one right here is going to be, we're going to edit with halftone. This one right here is very huge because it's not, we have color black knockout, but that's not a true halftone. A true halftone is when you're able to do what you're seeing right here. And as you guys can see, we're putting transparent pixels, you change it to white behind everything and actually print that way. It'll actually print transparent pixels. That's a huge thing. We go here, we can do a mock-up and you guys can check it out of what it'll look like on a black shirt and stuff like that, to actually print true transparent pixels or remove them in just one click. The algorithm does everything behind the scenes. So again, stay tuned for the next video, guys. I truly appreciate your time. I know this one was pretty long. I'm going to try to, I have some software that I'm working with to try to put these out in clips or clip this type of long content up, but I just want to put as much out as possible and just continue the conversation of software and of Kiwi. And again, I'll put the link in the description down below to the promo code for Flash Custom Transfers. If you guys want to come over here and use the gang sheet builder, or if you want to purchase a gang sheet builder and you can just sit at home and just make gang sheets and send them wherever you want, right? They're yours. Once you download them, literally I can show you guys, we have two options in the gang sheet builder. So you can save your project, which is we'll just name it blah, 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 blah. Save as a .kiwi file. So what's cool about a .kiwi file, which you can also do over here on the website. So if you're using the gang sheet builder here, you can save as a .kiwi file and then you can send it to us. So we'll go here to our another tab. We'll open this up. We will open our .kiwi file. Boom. Now we have the entire project right here. So just like .ai, right? .ai or .ps, I think, for Photoshop, or .doc for Word doc. Well, Kiwi has its own file. So if you are at here and you're having problems or whatever you're doing, and you just want to save the project, you could save it locally. Then if you say something happened or whatever, you don't want to run it through the cart or whatever, or you need help with your gang sheet, whatever, you can do that. Or say you have a partner or a friend or whatever, you can save your .kiwi file and then you can send it to each other. And if somebody else has the Kiwi suite, you can open up that file. Easy. Also here, if you want to export the gang sheet, we'll just name this Knicks, gang sheet Knicks, export your PNG. Boom, export your gang sheet. We're going to open it up, bring it over here. Boom, here is your locked and loaded, ready to go gang sheet. Upload it to us, flashcustomtransfers.com. Go right here, upload it, come down here, got your ready-made gang sheet, come in here, order it up, choose the file, select it, boom, purchase your gang sheet. It's all integrated. So we truly appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who's been rocking with us for this long. Again, my voice is still kind of messed up, but stay tuned for the next video. Chelly will be making a lot of videos as well, and we'll just keep pumping out content for you guys, and just here to educate. And again, if you are a university, we'd love to partner with you. We got the Santa Ana School District, and we'd love to add some other school districts to our website and just collab and come teach some classes on software and graphic design and stuff like that using the Kiwi suite. And yeah, if you are college out there, please reach out to us at support@thekiwisuite.com, and we'll reach back out to you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.